Keep the hair looking good. So I made it to Pittsburgh. I'm here. I've been here for a while actually. I'm leaving later today, recording this very early in the morning, and I am very tired.
Hold that thought. Quickly, if you are here for just the my job side of things, there's a pinned comment, or it's somewhere in the description. There's a time code or timestamp somewhere that you can click on. It'll take you to that stuff. But anyways, generally, I wanted to do this video because I explain my job to people a lot, and I'm not good with words really.
English.
So I wanted to create kind of a visual descriptor. Maybe anyone who finds this video that is interested in getting into environmental engineering or science or studies, which is a whole other thing. Maybe this can help some people. Maybe. I don't know. So they're all gonna skip ahead to the other stuff, but you and we're gonna spend some quality time together, going to Pittsburgh, and then coming back from Pittsburgh, and then sitting here some more for a little bit, and then we'll catch up with where they are right now, not wasting their life listening to me talk. Why would you do that?
Oh, I know that guy from way back when. I want to see what he's up to now.
Or you think I'm funny, which... You sure about that?
You sure about that?
Either way, thank you for being here, spend some time with me, and let's run back to Pittsburgh. See you there. So I'm here in Pittsburgh to visit the headquarters, or head office, I guess, of the company that I work for, GeoSolutions. I'm the Canada guy. I exist up in Canada, and everyone else leads their lives down here. I'm here to meet everyone, and I'm loving it. I'm staying in a very cool hotel. It's reasonably priced for what it is. The room is not big by any stretch of the imagination, but the ceiling is like 12 feet high. The drive was nice, and I am kind of excited to drive back. I think it's gonna be raining the whole time, so but it'll be warm. I'm gonna try and record a cover song thing. I brought my guitar, which is here, this lad, so that I can do some kind of cover or song or something, just to fill in the gaps, because I want to try consistently uploading every week. I don't think I'll be able to stick to it, but I want to try. Anyways, yeah, Pittsburgh, photo. I did Pittsburgh things. I did not have much time to actually go and explore the city. I actually haven't been downtown Pittsburgh at all. I've been tired all week, and I have just caught up on sleep in time to drive back through the rain and the clouds, and it's getting cold again. It's warm right now. Today was so beautiful. And as soon as I get back to Toronto, we're going back down to 3 degrees, which is not bad for the season. Okay, I get it, throwing me a bone here. 25 in sunshine would be nice. I'm gonna cap this here and hope that I record other things in the interim between this and needing to have a video out on the internet. Have a beautiful 0 seconds until you see me somewhere else again. Goodbye. Decided to do a little pit stop for what is probably the last nice day. So I'm gonna catch a walk along the beach, and I'll catch you when I get back. I was passing through this town, and I seen that this road came right down by the water, and I figured, another walk couldn't hurt. So stretch the legs, take a little hike, enjoy the view. I mean, can't be beat. Welcome back to Toronto. It is fucking snowing outside a lot, and it's disgusting. I need something to cope with that, and it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't have an unofficial sponsor. So, welcome back to Canada. We're rocking Stella. So, before I turn into a negligent drunk, let's go over what I intended to set out to do here. My job. I am an environmental engineer. This can mean a lot of things based on the company you're with and what they do. For me, it means something closer to field scientist or mud engineer. I am what's known as a quality control technician. So I go to a site that we're working on and I make sure that the product we're putting in is what we intend to put in. So I'm going out and doing a lot of quality testing on the product going in, but also on the slurry, which is a mixture of water and bentonite, which is a type of clay that we put inside the trench we're digging to make sure that the walls don't cave in on themselves. I test that slurry to make sure that it's going to do its job properly, and I test the slurry that's been sitting in the trench for a while to know when we need to replace it. If it's getting too dense, the product that we're putting in will kind of float over top of it. And this is all just for one type of project. Sometimes we are doing what's called deep soil mixing. We're basically using a very large auger, which is an attachment on a drill, and we're using that attachment like a whisk in the mud. And we're putting that whisk straight down, and then from the end of it, we'll spray our product. A lot of times that's like a cement bentonite slurry, and it'll mix it with the soil that's already there. And then you have what's called the soil cement bentonite, or SCB wall, because you'll do one column, another column, another column, and then you'll go back once those harden and do the spaces in between, and you wind up with this perfect, hopefully perfect wall. What does that actually look like for me in the field? Glad you asked. I am now transporting you to Edmonton. In a process called sounding, we use a weight which is attached to a device called a downrigger, and that will determine the depth of the bottom of the trench across the entire trench profile. We drop it down, take the reading, reel it back up, move to the next spot, and I later use this data to create a graphical representation of the trench for the client. And pretty much everything you'll see here is done twice per day. Now, to kind of roughly determine the viscosity of the final product and infer some other properties, I'll conduct what's called a slump test. So I'll lubricate the interior wall of the slump cone with a little bit of the fresh slurry to prevent the product from sticking to it. I'll attach that to the base and then begin filling the slump cone. Importantly, every 1/3 that I have the slump cone filled, I'll go in and rod the product, which just is basically sticking a metal rod into it, 25 times, and that ensures even distribution, gets rid of air pockets. Get your mind out of the gutter. Come on, focus on the prize. Once filled, I'll lift the cone, and I will measure the distance from the handle to the top of the product. So the product has slumped a bit now, and that distance is called the slump. It's how I infer the viscosity. Then it's a little bit of wash up, and I'm good to move on with my day. To determine the water retention of the slurry and its ability to form a layer or a cake on the sides of the trench, I'll use a device called a filter press. So I assemble and fill a specially designed vessel, and then I'll attach it to a tank of compressed gas. It takes a bit of doing to make sure that everything is super airtight on this, but once it's all secured and I open up the valves, the compressed gas will apply pressure to the slurry, which will mimic the pressures that this slurry experiences within the trench. So after 30 minutes, I'll record how much water was squeezed out of the slurry, write it down, move on with my day. So I determined the density of our fresh slurry, the in-trench slurry, and the final product using what's called a mud balance. Basically, I'm just filling a known volume with whatever it is that I'm testing and balancing it on a fulcrum against an adjustable weight. I record where the weight has to rest in order for the mud balance to be level, and that tells me the density. To determine the viscosity of the fresh and in-trench slurries, I use a marsh funnel. This just takes a known volume of liquid in a funnel, and I record how long it takes for a particular amount of that liquid to transfer from the funnel into another specially marked vessel. Determining the pH of the slurries is as simple as dipping a pH strip into the slurry and comparing the results to the indications on the pH strip packaging. Very easy. Finally, to figure out the grain size distribution of our final product, or how many rocks, sand grains, and fine particles make up the product, I'll run a sieve stack. I determine the moisture content by drying out a separate sample, and then I'll run the sieve stack, washing the product over top of the 3 sieves. Then I'll dry and weigh how much material was captured by each sieve, and I get the total makeup of our product. I'll often dry this a little bit more using toaster oven, microwave, and that's that. Now we get to return to Toronto, where it is still miserable, still cold, and still snowy.
Well, welcome to the wrap up for the video. I hope you've learned something and know a bit more about what it is exactly that I do. Hope you had fun. I'm having fun. I'm working on having fun. I still got to go and edit all the stuff that you just saw. But yeah, I hope that everyone is having a beautiful week. As always, I hope you like the new canvases behind me. I hope a lot of different things, and some of them even come true. If you've made it all the way to the very end here, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a gem. I'm going to slam this back because I really didn't take as long as I thought I would filming this stuff. I hope you have fun living your life. I keep talking and I'm going to stop now. Cheers. Dreamers in a schema, flipping demons, eating dinner, finger licking, gonna win a finish on the killing dome, trilling room, fuck a nice skillet done, skillet on skillet, I finished on fishy with a minute one, meant to yet another one, and icky but a bubble gone, honey wonders I'm the one, 1-to-1, catch triple zone, bat so, dumb.